Hello, good morning, and welcome to the BYP Network Leadership Conference, focused on collaboration is key. For those of you that attended last year, you'll know that this is part of our Decade of Proactive Change mission. This year, we are back, but across 2 incredible days, as we continue to put change in the Black narrative front and center. We know that change can only happen through collaborating with our peers, leaders, allies, corporates, and community. Topics to look forward to today include unorthodox ways to accelerate your career, taking your local network to global heights, Black excellence, how to develop yourself by investing in yourself, lift as we climb, our future back home, as well as a talk on purpose-driven leadership. But this only scratches the surface because there will be over 40 sessions, 60 speakers, 30 plus sponsors who are hiring, and thousands of you that have tuned in today. We aim to leave you feeling well connected, open to collaboration, and most importantly, committed to changing the Black narrative. My name is Kike Oniwinde, and I'm the founder and CEO of BYP Network. But before I talk a bit more about what the BYP Network is and why we are doing this conference, I'd first like to thank you all for registering and attending today. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors, including our headliner TikTok, for supporting our vision of changing the Black narrative and ensuring that this next decade is a collaborative one. So in the spirit of collaboration, please ensure you are tweeting questions, comments, appreciation, and taking screenshots to get more people to tune in before both of the days are over. The hashtags are BYP Network, BYP Conference, BYP Collaboration is key. As we know, 2021 has been another strange year and somewhat a chaotic year. With the pandemic still here, many countries have been locked down half the year. We have been restricted from traveling, with some rules easing off now. We have seen a big societal shift and focus on diversity and inclusion, mental health and well-being, as well as climate change. I know we have all either seen the effects or been directly affected by floods, earthquakes, wildfires, and even volcanic eruptions. At the very least, we all know what supply chain management is, because pretty much all our essential items have been affected by supply problems, especially due to labor shortages. On top of this, inflation has led to rising prices, including energy bills, petrol, food and drinks, along with increased penalties from things such as the congestion charge in London, UK. I say all this to let you know that despite this, many industries, markets, and companies have been booming. There's been record-breaking earnings for companies in the pharmaceutical and technology sectors, with companies such as Tesla crossing the $1 trillion mark. Not only this, it has been a record-breaking year for business fundraising across the globe, including hundreds of companies going public through SPACs and newfound millionaires through NFTs. There is even a space race going on right now. But I ask you this, when we look at the Black community, how many of us are involved in the space programs? How many of us can afford a ticket to space? How many of us are leading the companies that IPO during this pandemic? And how many of us work for them? The pandemic is described as 2 worlds, or even a K-shaped recovery, where the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. Sadly, as a Black collective, we are in the bottom half of the K. Statistically, Black people were disproportionately put on furlough or let go, especially women, Black women, missed out on the jobs that were never created or removed. Many left the world of work to be caregivers. Over a year ago, we protested that Black Lives Matter. And here we are asking whether things have changed. Billions were pledged, but a small amount was spent. Recent statistics show there are still under 1.5% of Black leaders in FTSE 100 and Fortune 500 companies. Black History Month in the UK has been lackluster, and we have all felt it. This is why BYP Network exists. We exist to provide you with the information, opportunities, resources, connections, and skills we need to ensure Black people are not left out of the future. I started BYP Network exactly 5 years ago, in October 2016, after reassessing my own experiences and mapping out what I saw as solutions to problems the Black community faced. Specifically, there was a lack of information about what is needed to get a job opportunity, as well as a lack of visibility of Black professionals. On the corporation side, they struggle to find Black talent, or Black talent didn't get through their recruitment process. If they did, the Black professionals didn't progress or stay in the organization. I saw firsthand that corporations were looking for the creme de la creme of Black students and professionals. Basically, the bar was higher, or as we know, we have to work twice as hard. On top of that, my white counterparts had connection to organizations through a relative or a friend of a relative. I also noticed that with a few years of experience, the university you studied at wasn't of highest importance. So essentially, there was a gap in the market, and still is, for Black professionals to come together to network for role model visibility and opportunities, including job referrals, business support, and mentorship. On the corporation side, they needed a solution around finding, hiring, and retaining Black talent. On top of that, with diversity and inclusion becoming more on the top of companies' agendas, a global solution was needed. We know it's not only about jobs, as the statistics for business funding is also dire. However, the reason we tackled employment first was because we wanted to ensure greater earning potential for the community, which then leads to security when starting a business or the ability to invest in other Black businesses. Now, in 2021, BYP Network has an incredible team of 15 people, including my co-founder and ally, Mira Rakondalia. As a team, we have been able to connect tens of thousands of Black professionals through over 100 events, through our 12-part leadership podcast, to over 400 blogs and newsletters, to hundreds of employers, and to be a network reach of over 60,000 members. On top of that, our community has posted over 1,000 events to our platform and are also investors in BYP Network after our 2020 crowdfund. We have also worked on crowdfunding campaigns for other Black businesses, as well as invested in them. We've helped launch new coding schools, saving circles, and given out over 800 free marketing books for entrepreneurs. We have a job board that sees over 300 posts a month and have privately launched new products, including mentorship programs with our partners, and very soon a course focused on the Black experience. No wonder we are one of the top 50 fastest growing startups in the UK, and this is truly a testament to the hard work the team has done over this past year and beyond. So with all of that, let me take it back to the reason you are all here today. This conference is focused on collaboration as part of our Decade of Proactive Change series. We have to move forward by taking ownership of our futures and destinies. Leadership in the community is fundamental in our journey to change the Black narrative. Every day we can be angry, annoyed, and frustrated by our circumstances and the injustices we see. Or every day we can all play our part in moving the dial forward and making change happen wherever we can. Without realizing it, this is also collaboration. If everyone does their part, we are collaborating to a better future. And when I say everyone, I mean everyone. Us, as Black professionals, giving back, mentoring, coaching, joining boards, becoming school governors, educating our nieces, nephews, cousins, and children on the future of technology. Taking accountability of our own actions and having high self-awareness to properly discern different situations. You have to back yourself and aim for the highest heights. And for the non-Black individuals who are actively being allies by advocating for Black peers, opening doors and providing opportunities, learning and understanding the Black experience and being part of the mission to change the Black narrative. To the organizations, you're making billions in annual revenue and affecting Black communities every day with your products and services. There are low hiring numbers and daily microaggressions that need to be acted upon in terms of the pledges. It is business imperative to be intentional in the efforts to make Black lives matter. Collaboration can take place in so many different ways. For example, we can collaborate by sharing information on our health. How many of us know about sickle cell and leukemia, or how donating blood can save Black lives due to the current low numbers of donations? How many of us are actively buying Black, diversifying our supplier list, or giving constructive, not destructive feedback to Black business owners? How many of us are collaborating with our peers on the same level as us, plugging them with opportunities or referring them for jobs at your company? How many of us are voting, doing community outreach and supporting, or simply passing the baton and opening doors for others? Collaboration is key in this decade of proactive change. So once again, I thank you all for joining us, because this is a huge 48 hours of learning, networking, and being part of the solution to change the Black narrative. Today, you have a jam-packed day of main stage sessions, workshops, exhibition booths with over 30 partners looking to hire, and of course, the chance to network with other attendees at our networking booth. In a few minutes, I'll be interviewing will.i.am on all things tech, leadership, how the Black community can build big businesses, and why we have to be audacious with our goals. We will then be joined by our headline sponsors, TikTok, in a presentation focused on how you go from ideation to execution and how to work collaboratively across both small and large global teams. Then, we are excited to welcome Clara Amfo in a conversation with Bree Johnson-Obeng, both journalists and presenters, talking about how to be a visible mainstream voice. Then at lunch, you can meet our sponsors as they'll be going live for you to hear more about opportunities, as well as connecting with other attendees in the networking tab. There's just so much going on, and it's truly exciting because even after lunch, we have a full-on afternoon of main stage sessions, including talks from Yemi Lalude, head of Africa at TPG, Jason Njoku of Iroko TV, and Abdul Abdullah, founder of Afrochella. Then we have workstream tracks with 14 sessions across future of work, partnership in business, and personal development. Please ensure you leave comments, ask questions, fill in the polls, and tweet and share pictures online. The hashtag is BYP Network, BYP Collaboration is Key, and BYP Conference. There will also be BYP Network helpers taking testimonials in the networking section, so please do share it with them. Thank you once again for tuning in today, and of course tomorrow. But up next is myself and will.i.am on moving beyond a role model, becoming a trailblazer. So see you soon.